Welcome back, everybody. I have an exciting video for you today. I've actually done a couple of different renditions of this video over the last 15 years. You believe it? I've been on YouTube 15 years. I called it the Crunch Master originally, but my friend Paul, my hunting buddy, he calls this the Epic Sandwich. And I've got myself a little helper here today. This is my 2022 Colorado Pronghorn Cheddar and Green Chili Summer Sausage. This is good stuff. We'll go ahead and pull the casing off, and I'm gonna cut a bunch of slices. Look at this. Today we have French bread. I'll go back and forth between French and Italian bread. It makes a difference if it's fresh. Tried to make one of these in South Dakota with my son this year and my buddies. The bread was not the most fresh. Hey, we enjoyed it. We had a good time. We were at hunting camp. We're gonna make a better one here today. Now you can make this the way you wanna make it. This is probably my most favorite way to make it and probably the best results of any way I've made this over the last 10 years. And I've made this a lot of times in Nebraska and South Dakota. So we go hard and heavy on the mayo. Then we go in with our summer sausage. Again, this is antelope with cheddar cheese. We're just starting this sandwich. It's massive. I've seen the comments over and over the years. Todd, how do you not weigh 300? Folks, this is just a snapshot of a few minutes of my life, okay? What you're not seeing is me on the treadmill this morning. You're not seeing me lifting weights, having a smoothie for breakfast. So obviously, do everything in moderation. Don't think that I just sit around the house all day long eating these. This is something that like every couple months we like to make. Something when we're camping or something when we're hunting. Just a nice comfort food kind of crazy thing. Now you can go straight wild game sausage, but a lot of times I'll mix in some other stuff. Like today we happen to have a little bit of turkey lunch meat here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of turkey on top. There we go. So some turkey on top. We definitely want the wild game sausage to be the star of the show. And now we're gonna put cheese on. Today I'm alternating cheddar and pepper jack. I've done them all over the years. This is just what I had in the refrigerator. Also, keep in mind, this sandwich is gonna be eaten by many people. I'm just gonna have a little piece of it. So again, I'm not into competitive eating. I like watching competitive eating, but I could never be in it. Received these from one of my subscribers in Illinois last year. Shout out to Lil Bird. Cowboy coins, you know the deal. It's basically jalapeno pepper with sugar, and they're good stuff. So love eating this kind of stuff. Typically on these sandwiches, I like to go with these candied jalapenos or pepperoncini peppers. Thank you. I love to have fresh onions on this, okay? So do not leave a comment down below saying you had me till onion. If you don't want onions, you don't need onions, but you have to have onions on here. This sandwich probably originated way back in the 80s in my mind because all the local grocery stores sold these really cool subs and they always had fresh onions on them. Thank you. And of course, you have to have shredded lettuce on this. Over the years, I've learned you want to have a good photo, okay? If I was making this and in a hurry, there'd probably be lettuce hanging off of it. But you want to make sure there's enough lettuce, but you don't want everything totally covered up and hidden. The key secret ingredient. When I tried to make this in South Dakota this year, I couldn't find Tim's chips anywhere. Our local Safeway store will get these in from time to time. You can go back on my channel 11, 12 years and see me using Tim's Cascade jalapeno potato chips. Folks, I've had them all. I'm 50 years old. Hands down, the #1 jalapeno chip, the #1 spicy chip, probably the best potato chip I've had in my entire life. My wife agrees. My wife and I first put Tim's chips, Tim's jalapeno on a sandwich on our honeymoon in Montana 17 years ago. So I'm telling you what, folks, this is where it's at. I typically like to have some kind of an olive oil and vinegar based dressing. So today we're gonna use Ken's Simply Vinaigrette olive oil and vinegar. You wanna have that soak into the bread. You wanna have it soak into the chips. For me, I have to have black pepper. It's blowing in the wind here. I'm gonna try my best. There we go. I also highly recommend sea salt. You don't necessarily have to have a melted bottle. Last but not least, some kind of a hot sauce. For me, I don't like to go too crazy in any weird direction, so I love this Steve's onion and garlic pepper sauce. It's basically a tomato sauce that has a good pepper flavor. So it's not overpowering, it's not killer hot. It's just a really good spicy tomato flavor. Pepsi Peeps flavored, as in not Pepsi flavored Peeps, but Peeps flavored Pepsi. This could be absolutely disgusting. We're gonna go ahead and give this a try before we go into our sandwich.
Ooh. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. It's not gross. She likes it. It tastes like Pepsi, like they pureed a couple of Peeps up in Pepsi. Would I ever want it again? I don't know. It's not gross. Check it out, folks. That's the anatomy of an epic sandwich, a Crunch Master sandwich. Paul, my buddy, I wish you were here with us. Are you ready to give it a try?
Yeah.
Let's do it. The freshness of the bread, it has to be pretty darn fresh from the bakery. Again, the one that we had at Hunting Camp this year, the fact that the bread was probably several weeks old was its Achilles heel. With that delicious olive oil dressing, I'm telling you what, the sweetness of those cowboy coins, oh my goodness, so good. The delicious
Nummy num num.
antelope summer sausage, oh, pretty good. Say, I love you, Daddy. That is an epic sandwich, a Crunch Master, and I've been making them like that for a long, long time. I'm actually gonna go in for another bite here before we say goodbye. If nothing more, maybe you clicked on the thumbnail just because you saw the Peeps Pepsi. These are so good, friends. If you just stumbled upon my video because you saw the thumbnail and you thought it looked cool, hey, my name's Todd. I've been on YouTube for 15 plus years. I cook for Blackstone, and I have a show called Let's Give It a Try on Blackstone social media every darn week, showing off the griddles on the Griddle More tour and at trade shows around the country. And right here on my channel, I do fun backyard cooking, which typically involves a Blackstone griddle, but today it doesn't. So you never know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everybody. We're gonna go and distribute these to the family. I'd appreciate a thumbs up or a comment down below. Or a unicorn. So until next time, this is Todd and my cute little daughter. We're saying praise the Lord and pass the epic sandwich.
Nom nom nom. I only need one more bite.